subscribe button, like, subscribe button, tell a friend, tell a friend. Here we have another crazy story, another crazy story. P. Diddy. Seems like everybody's talking about P. Diddy these days. I heard a crazy story about P. Diddy. I wonder if it's the truth. Here's what I heard.
He couldn't take Wolf out himself, so he supposedly stirred up beef between Wolf and Big Meech, leading to Wolf's demise.
And he said Meech told him, that he didn't need Wolf no more.
It's crazy. They're saying P. Diddy, he had a bodyguard. His name was Wolf. A lot of individuals saying he looked just like one of P. Diddy's son, but either way, they said P. Diddy, well, here's what they say. Here's what Gene's saying.
And he told Wolf that. And Wolf is like putting a battery in Wolf's back.
It's crazy to think about how many deaths Diddy seems to be indirectly or directly connected to.
That's crazy. I have to admit, P. Diddy, he's known, he's known for being around a lot of unfortunate situations. He really is.
At the end of the day, it looks like he's the only one benefiting from all this chaos. So what exactly went down? Let's dive in. Anthony Wolf Jones was born on February 20th, 1965 in the Bronx, New York.
So they're going to be talking about Wolf. Basically what they're saying is allegedly P. Diddy might have had something to do with Wolf's demise. They're saying P. Diddy might have had a lot of things to do with a lot of individuals' demise, unfortunately. People are just talking, that's it. I don't know if it's true.
Raised by his mother, Barbara Jones, since his father wasn't around, Wolf had a tough but loving upbringing. His mom, a teacher, did everything she could to give him and his two younger brothers a good start.
I believe Wolf and P. Diddy, they both knew each other since they were, from a young age, from a real young age. They're both from Harlem.
They went to private school during the week, and on Saturdays, Barbara homeschooled them. They lived in a part of the Bronx known as the Valley, a rough neighborhood that shaped...
Well, maybe it was the Bronx. I thought it was Harlem.
Wolf's reputation. While many thought he got his nickname Wolf from his street presence, it actually came from a much more innocent source. During his childhood, his best friend Troy and Troy's sister Tammy started calling him Wolf based on the character Eddie Munster from the 1960s TV show.
Wolf, he's known for being one of P. Diddy's most favorite bodyguards. An incident occurred in Atlanta with the BMF individuals. I guess Wolf and Big Meech had a very good relationship also. It's crazy that Big Meech is free right now and P. Diddy is where he is.
The Munsters. They poked fun at his prominent widow's peak and his resemblance to Eddie. His little brother Terrence, known as Little Wolf, was very...
The one YouTuber.
Close to him. As Wolf entered his teenage years, he formed a tight-knit group with friends from his neighborhood. They called themselves the Valley Mob and became known in the Bronx for being tough guys who could handle themselves in a fight.
So basically, everyone know that Wolf is P. Diddy's one of his bodyguards. He was bodyguarding around the same time with Gene Deal, and Gene Deal was saying basically, Puff had a love and hate relationship type of thing with Wolf. Let's finish listening.
Despite dabbling in the streets, Wolf still graduated from Harry S. Truman High School in 1983 and went on to attend Bronx Community College. He tried to juggle different jobs while pursuing his degree, working at the United States Postal Service and later in construction. However, being a college student with a 9-to-5 job wasn't bringing in enough cash.
Cash. A lot of these individuals, they love cash. Not regular cash, fast cash. Big Meech, Wolf, P. Diddy.
So Wolf hit the streets with his Valley Mob crew to make money. Unfortunately, use this promo code.
Unfortunately, Wolf, I said he wasn't making the money as fast as he would want to make the money. So after that, I think he decided that he's going to go ahead and then he's going to start doing bodyguard work. Bodyguard work. I believe that's what happened right there.
Wolf straight to prison after a beef with a rival crew resulted in him catching an attempted murder charge in the early 1990s. After spending only a few years in prison, he was released in early 93, a year of significant...
One thing about most of these rappers, they feel more protected when they have real, actual street dudes around them, you know? And that's why a lot of them rappers, they love to hire ex-convicts.
Progress not just for Wolf, but also for a young music industry A&R trying to make his mark, Sean Puffy Combs. Wolf and Puffy were already acquainted before Wolf went to prison, and by the time he got out, Puffy was starting to make a name for himself in the music business. Puffy was working under Andre Harrell at the legendary Uptown Records, playing a major role in successful projects like Jodeci's Forever My Lady and Mary J.
Unfortunately, G and Deal is exposing everything that Puffy did. I mean, some people say G and Deal, he's a disgruntled employee. You know, why is he spilling all of Puffy's secrets when he used to pay him so well?
Obliges What's the 411. However, Puffy's success led to some clashes with Uptown CEO Andre Harrell. By early 1993, Puffy was fired from the label.
Parlay, and then you started working with
So basically, don't forget to hit like, subscribe button. Can I Play What? By Travis Scott? Okay.
Andre Harrell. Tell us about
Well,
that.
at the time, I was working with Andre Harrell, but he wasn't paying me enough, so I had to promote parties on the side, which was all good.
Being dropped
And I said a lot of these individuals, they love money. You know, the more the merrier and the faster the better.
put Puffy in a deep depression and made him question his future in music. Luckily, friends from Harlem and around the way supported him financially as he tried to stay afloat and build his empire. But Puffy still needed more money to promote his two most prized assets, Craig Mack and the Notorious B.I.G.
Craig Mack, you know what happened to Craig Mack? You know, he turned to religion because they said Puffy was treating him so bad. And you know what happened to Biggie, you know?
This is where his relationship with Wolf would come into play. After his release from prison, Wolf went into business with two of his close friends, Buck and L. They started a party company called Butt Naked, holding events all up and down the East Coast, including at Puffy's alma mater, Howard University in Washington, D.C.
Puffy, how he got started, everyone should know by now. Throwing the best parties around, party promoter. Then he got right into music.
However, it was said that this was just a front for their real business, cocaine distribution. Wolf, along with Buck and L, decided they wanted to be early investors in Bad Boy Records, giving Puffy hundreds of thousands of dollars to cover the costs of jump-starting the label. Another friend, D. Ferg, the father to A$AP Ferg, helped design the iconic Bad Boy Records logo.
A$AP Ferg's father, D. Ferg, he had designed the logo for Uptown.
I mean, D. Ferg. I mean, I'm going to see if I see D. Ferg and Puffy hanging out together or not. No, not D. Ferg. I mean, his son.
Records and the logo for Bad Boy.
And their investment paid off big time. Once Biggie was featured on the hit Supercast song Dolly My Baby, along with his own solo single Party and Bull S from the 1993 film Who's the Man soundtrack, things...
Supercat, one of the, at that time, he was a real popular reggae artist. I guess he's one who introduced the world to Puffy and to and Biggie.
Started looking up. Wolf began spending more time with Puff, and their bond grew stronger, almost like brothers. Bad Boy Records was gaining traction in the music industry, and in 1994, things took a major leap forward. Puff signed a lucrative 50-50 distribution deal with music mogul Clive Davis and Arista Records. This deal...
They said this is the beginning of Puffy's corruption, allegedly. I don't know.
Catapulted Bad Boy into one of the most popular labels in rap, especially after the release of Craig Mack's hit song Flava in Ya Ear, followed by its star-studded remix and Biggie's legendary Ready to Die album. Bad Boy was officially a powerhouse in the music industry. Wolf became head of security at Bad Boy, but he was more than just a bodyguard. He was muscle, someone Puff respected for his street reputation. Wolf was very...
And I said a lot of these individuals, you know, because they want to travel all over, go to different clubs, different cities, different towns. They need to have these street individuals around them so that way any problems arise, they will take care of the problem.
Protective of Puff, always on point when it came to any type of threats, and soon Bad Boy would need a soldier like Wolf more than ever. On November 30th, 1994, the seeds of a major conflict were planted. Tupac was ambushed in the lobby of Quad City Studios by 3 armed men, leading to him being shot 5 times. The story goes that Tupac was in New York City doing guest appearances while awaiting trial on the assault case. Tupac started questioning why his co-defendants accused of the same crime were getting lesser charges and way less jail time.
As you can see, Puff Daddy has a long history of violence that's associated with him or individuals close to him. And I guess everything kind of just, you know, played out how it's playing out right now.
This was a dangerous move because one of the people he was speaking of was a well-known Brooklyn gangster named Haitian Jack. Jack called up another notorious New York gangster, Jimmy Henchman, and together they came up with a...
All these gangsters, Haitian Jack, he's in jail forever. Jimmy Henchman, you know, he was in jail for a little while, then he got sent back to his country. All these gangsters, all of them fell. Not one of them lasted.
Plan to set up Tupac at Quad City Studios. Tupac called out Jimmy Henchman and Haitian Jack for being behind the setup. From the outside, it looked like the situation had nothing to do with Biggie, Puffy, or Bad Boy Records. But according to Tupac, they knew exactly what was going to happen to him that night and didn't warn him, which he saw as a betrayal. He was cool with Puff and best friends with Biggie, so this felt like a massive stab in...
Yeah, Puff is everybody's friends. And he knew a lot of individuals. You know, but you know, he knew Big Meech. He knew all the gangsters. And, you know, Wolf was one of his main bodyguards to protect him. You know what happened to him? You know what happened to Puff Daddy? And you know what happened to Big Meech? So basically, they're saying that maybe Puff Daddy and maybe Big Meech might have came together.
Back. It's been said that one of the reasons for the tension between Puff and Pac was because Pac was originally supposed to sign with Bad Boy but pulled out of the deal at the last minute. He later told Biggie not to sign with Puff because he didn't trust him. Just a few weeks after being shot, Tupac was sent to the Bellevue Hospital jail ward before ultimately being sentenced to 4.5...
Wolf shot, Tupac shot, Biggie shot. Everybody shot around Puffy, huh?
years in prison and sent to the Clinton Correctional Facility in upstate New York. While locked up, he did an interview with writer Kevin Powell for Vibe magazine, stating that once released, he vowed to get his revenge on Puffy, Biggie, and anyone associated with Bad Boy Records. But more trouble was brewing from another former friend, Marion Suge Knight, the CEO of the legendary Death Row Record.
Suge Knight, infamous Suge Knight.
Despite the belief that they'd been mortal enemies from day one, Puff and Suge were actually cool at one point thanks to Anthony Wolf Jones. Wolf had a relationship with Suge, and they shared mutual respect. Wolf introduced Puff to Suge at the legendary Tunnel nightclub in New York City. They got so cool that sometimes when Puff flew out to LA to conduct business, Suge would pick him up from the airport. But eventually competitiveness got in the way. The two rising moguls fell out over super...
Two rising moguls are in jail right now. Unbelievable. I guess things change over time. Till next time. F Service TV. Big Meech is in free. Puff Daddy's in jail. Suge Knight's in jail. Unbelievable.